Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good?
Not much, brother. What's going on, man?
Just another day in paradise. You know what it is. Say Like a Champ, episode 86. You're with your boys, A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy in the building. What's popping, everybody? What's up, Slackers?
Yeah, man, we're here again. Just checking in real quick. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate all your comments, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know how it goes on the YouTubes.
Absolutely.
Strizzy, how you feeling today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing real good, actually. Just chilling, working as always. You know how we do. Ready for today. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to discuss.
Yeah.
How about you, man? What you been up to? I know it's only Tuesday, but how's your week going so far?
Going pretty good so far. Today was definitely like a landmark day in terms of certain things, you know what I'm saying, with the George Floyd trial. Got some verdicts there that we're looking for. So that was definitely a good thing. We did want to address that. Being a week after, how we opened up last week, it's definitely a more positive light on that. But we might touch more on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Refreshing. A lot of work should still be done though. But it's definitely a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see what happens more with that. But but with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and hit the intro real quick.
Yep.
Get into our regularly scheduled programming.
Let's get it.
And we back again. What's good?
What's going on? Pops in the building. He said guilty. You know, that's what's up, man.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Pops. Got the YouTube Connect. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
On the comments now. That's what's up.
Feel it. He in here. He back in the building. That's what's up.
Definitely. And we do want to bring in our super producer,
Always.
Marcus. What's good?
Salute to Pops.
Yeah. Pops in the house.
Back in the building.
What up, Pops? Can't wait to get on the show.
Couple more shows. I should say always in the building instead of back in the building. He always around there somewhere.
Exactly. And that's
Kelly
what's up.
up in here.
Yep. And we're working on the profile picture too. You know what I'm saying? We'll get that popped out.
Oh yeah. We'll get him set up.
Can I ask what the MW3 is? That code? Was
Marvin that's his code. That's like his little code. His adjuster code. So you know what I'm saying? That's like his alias, his go by too. So that's MW3 in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Modern Warfare 3. That's what it is.
Yeah, actually, he's got the shirt to match. It's dope. It's got the initials on it. It's like, this is just for me. So, but that's what's up. One other thing we did want to acknowledge, Miss Myra. She's out with the Hams right now with her sons, aka Shirt Gang and No Shirt Gang. They got their football games popping on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so they're going to be at football. So we're wishing them well. We already seen some footage coming in.
Get the wins, baby. Get the wins.
You know what I'm saying? So they're on the right track. So shout out to her.
You're making it to the league. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Striz, Marcus, and Big Black are trying to retire early. You know what I'm saying? So get there ASAP as you can. You know what I'm saying? Take care of me.
At the draft party, all up in the videos. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up. So, with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and jump into our first topic. Let's get it.
Yep.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tuned to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, so NFL Talk. So again, you know how we talked about before. Oh, shout out to Grace in the building. Welcome.
What up, Grace?
Appreciate you. So NFL Talk, it's the draft. We're still looking forward to the draft that happens next Thursday, which next Thursday is a very special day for more reasons than one, but we'll get into that a little bit, maybe more at a later date. But so we are looking forward to the draft, but still some things happening 2 retirements actually this week. Alex Smith and Jordan Reed also retiring from the NFL. Salute to them. Any comments on them at all? Like, I mean, definitely shout out to Alex Smith. You know, he had a interesting kind of journeyman career, but, you know, very respectable. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think about him calling it a career?
Yeah, after seeing the E60 about him, and he really came back. He almost died. That was like incredible. And he was always a good quarterback. He wasn't like nothing crazy. He never got you in trouble. He never take risks. But he's always a solid quarterback. You know, he was there when Patrick Mahomes was a rookie. You know, he did okay, but not a Hall of Famer. You know, but he did his thing. You know, so like he's always solid, always a good type of person. So overall, he was one of my. I like him as a football player, but like I said, he might not go to Hall of Fame, but he was a solid quarterback though.
Yeah,
I agree, Marcus. I think Alex Smith, man, I feel like he was like the, or at least one of the best game manager quarterbacks like ever. You know what I mean? Like you have guys who can manage a game and just, you know, they won't lose it for you in a sense. But like Alex Smith could go in there, not do anything super flashy, and still take it to 11-5. You know what I mean? And like Marcus said, like he was a good quarterback, not a great quarterback, and it just kind of took, you know, Mahomes came in, took over, and kind of got him over that hump of being a good team to turning them to a great team. So Marcus, I'm not going to say, you know, Hall of Fame worthy per se, but I really enjoyed him. Love watching his career. Love seeing him do what he did, and he did everything right. You know what I mean? He stayed out of trouble. And just did what was always for his team. So really happy for him. And then Jordan Reed, just super unfortunate, man. Like he could have been one of those, you know, tight ends, man, if he could have just stayed healthy, because the years he was healthy, dude, he was a beast. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to him. Probably best for him and his health and for his family. But really could have wished we could have saw a little bit more from him, because he was a monster when he was healthy.
Yeah, not to be funny, nothing, but I was kind of happy when he left the division. I think he went to the 49ers, I think it was.
Yeah, just for this one last year, yeah.
Yeah, but before, not saying I was happy he got hurt, but he used to give us some trouble, man. So
he's a problem, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, he definitely could have been one of those Gronk type of guys, man. Yep. But it just, concussion was a problem for him. But like I said, he was solid. I think I hope he took care of himself with his financials like that. And he might, I can see him probably doing something with the NFL too, probably going forward. But he was solid, man. He was really good.
Definitely.
Yeah. And Pop says, AKA Pitts. And that's one thing. It's like, you know, it sucks to kind of compare that, but same thing, like matchup nightmare and stuff like that, even the same university. But it's like, that's why it's kind of troubling sometimes when people say, like, you know, before guys are even in the league, like, oh, that, you know, they're unguardable, like they're a matchup nightmare and all this stuff. It's like, you never know how that's going to work out and stuff, or you never know if you're going to stay healthy for that. So we'll see what that is. But also it's a good segue too. The NFL approved their first like position specific helmet. They have this new helmet that's specifically made for offensive linemen and defensive linemen that's supposed to help with the concussions that it's like has bigger bumpers on the front, I guess, so that way kind of when they're coming off the line, it's like more protective.
Yeah, they playing that position, they hit each other every play. You get hit in the head every play.
So we'll see what happens. You know, with some of the different things that have come out, like with CTE and, you know, just with the concussions in general, you know, they're trying to make that move towards safety, trying to continue the veil at least of that they care about the save. So that's what's up. Unc is in the building. What's good? What's going on? Glad to see you. A couple of things. Mike Tomlin, he agreed to a 3-year extension with the Steelers. That's a great coach. Much respect to him. Yeah. It looks like he's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't realize they only had 4 coaches or 3 coaches.
I think it's only maybe 3 now. So it's the first
guy?
one, and then the Chin, and then Tomlin. I think it's just 3. We'll have to double check that. I think it might be just a 3, or maybe he's the 4th.
That's incredible, man. Even if it's 4, I still like not heard of.
The stability,
you know? Right. But that's good. But I'm happy for him though. Like I can say he's well deserved that, you know. So injured last year, I think he'll have went a little farther, but you know he got a couple of injuries that happened, so they didn't go. But we'll see what they do this year.
Yeah, we'll see. So it looks like they've actually had more coaches, but they've only had basically 3 since 1969, since the NFL.
That's still a long time, you
Chuck
know.
Noll, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin, and then they list a bunch of other people that was like before they were like in the
leather helmets don't count, so that ain't football.
right. Yeah. So that's only 3. That's stability right there. So
you know what I'm saying? It's Turkey Bowl football.
That's what I like though. It's like just get the right person and just let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Just imagine we had Jimmy that long. I'm just saying.
If egos wouldn't have gotten in the way, you're talking about the first ever 3 Super Bowls in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then maybe something else. We'll see though. I mean, I just wish the Cowboys could still win one more before Jerry goes out. Got to do it. Aldon Smith in trouble again is another.
What happened?
Thing. So basically 2 days after he signed with Seattle, there was a warrant put out for his arrest for some battery charges. So looks like he got into some type of trouble, and it's a different type of trouble this time, which is just unfortunate for him. He just got back in the league with the Cowboys last year after a couple years out. So that was one interesting of note on the law type of side. Also, Deshaun Watson update. We got some more information. Watson's lawyer did respond to the 22 lawsuits that are currently facing him.
Oh, it's 22 now.
It's 22, but they basically said that there's sufficient evidence that a lot of things didn't take place. There's this one thing I want to read, and I don't want to go too far into it, but we kind of just let it speak for itself, or just kind of let people make what they will. But it says that Watson vehemently denies any type of sexual act. 22. The document also says that 7 plaintiffs willingly worked or offered to work with Mr. Watson after their alleged incidents. 3 plaintiffs lied about the number of sessions they actually had with Watson. 3 plaintiffs lied about their alleged trauma and resulting harm. And 5 plaintiffs have told people that they wanted money out of Watson. So that's where we're really at with the 22 lawsuits. It looks like it's it's going to be played out in court, obviously, but very interesting. So
Pops made some comments as you was reading.
Yeah, Pops, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it looks like so far. But it's just unfortunate. He definitely set himself up with a pattern of behavior and kind of opened himself up to this type of action. But it looks like his lawyer is ready to respond and to fire off against all this. So we'll see.
You guys think he's gonna play this year, or suspend a couple games, or to start training camp?
We'll see. It's still a really bad look for the NFL, right? So, I mean, I know that they're kind of laying in wait right now. They haven't said too much about it. Obviously, they're monitoring what's going on, but I don't know. I
think they're waiting for the draft to see where he's gonna go too. So I think
he still might move.
Yeah, I think after the draft they'll see. Okay, he may gonna go here now, and then they'll probably go from there because they still haven't said a team yet. I still think he's gonna go to San Fran, but we'll see.
I still think that. Well, I think maybe at this point nobody's going to trade for him though, with all this speculation, all this going on. So
it's not going to be. It's not. Yeah, you're right. Because the thing is, it's not going to be.
And then the fans are like, "You're going to get this dude?" Right?
I don't. It's not going to be concluded by next Thursday, so I don't really see it be him moving anytime soon. But with all and he said it from jump. Like he was like, I 100% know what I did and did not do, and he was going to fight it to the nail. So. Like A-Dub said, we're not going to dwell too much into the taking sides and whatnot, but he said he's going to fight it because he believed he was 100% innocent, and if him and his lawyer can prove otherwise, I know it's bad for the NFL, but I don't see a suspension coming if they can prove that all of these allegations were false. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 people saying that they just wanted money out of him, you can't fault them for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it pops up, but if it comes out as they were lying because they were trying to get something out of him. That's not his fault. You know what I mean? So we'll see if some can be proven that yes, he did in fact do what they say he did, then definitely suspicions coming his way. But like we always say, innocent until proven guilty. But hopefully everything pans out the way it's supposed to pan out, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come. You know what I'm saying?
True. It's just crazy though. It's like this might be the worst case in history so far of piling on. Like if it becomes where it's like, you know, how it's looking. So we'll see.
Definitely. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
Yeah. But okay. And as we said before, yeah, NFL draft next week. We're definitely looking forward to that. See how some teams shape out, see what goes on. Are there really going to be 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round? We'll see. But also we're going to be doing our mock draft next week. We're going to be taking the role of GM for some of these teams, and we're going to be doing a little mock draft, just the first round. That'll be like our NFL talk next week to kind of get prepared and see what might happen. You know, never know. But that's really all we have for NFL talk. Any other things you guys want to fire off before we keep it moving?
I feel like
all right.
NFL wise.
Let's go. All right, NBA talk. Playoff race is ramping up. Just nothing too crazy going on. But what's his name? Austin Rivers. He's joining the Nuggets on a 10-day contract. That's like really kind of inconsequential compared to like Murray, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens with that. Cool for him getting a job. Also, LaMelo Ball is resuming activity. He's going to be coming back maybe, next week, they said. Start playing again. So we'll see if he can kind of get back on the Rookie of the Year train, but it might be too late for that. Yeah.
Oh, no. So who would you give it to?
I'd say Anthony Edwards, me and myself, but
he's balled out himself.
Has he? Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's been hooping.
And especially since the coaching changed in Minnesota, I feel like they kind of unleashed him on offense and just kind of let him do his thing.
Exactly. I don't even know if he might be the second leading scorer on that team behind Cat. You know what I mean? But I feel like Cat's missed so many games. It might be Anthony Edwards. I just don't know for sure. But he's been balling. He's been hooping too. It's just been kind of overshadowed by LaMelo. You know what I mean? Because he was playing so well at the earlier stage of the season. But he's been balling. He's been hooping.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Another young hooper, Jalen Suggs. He declared for the draft after that. Great tournament run. They fell short. But that's pretty cool. I don't know how it'll end up being in the future, but we'll see about that.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's ready.
Ugg brought up a topic too that that Marcus wanted to bring up. Ugg says KD is a hater, still pretends not to recognize Russell Westbrook. And Marcus, do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, it was crazy. So he was on a podcast. What's up, Miss Stephanie? He was on a podcast talking about, they asked him his top 5 teammates. So he said Kyrie, James Harden, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and he paused and he was like, he said Serge Ibaka. I was like, what? So it was kind of weird that he even said that. Then they asked him, like, we thought you was on. He said, who did I forget? And he was like, well, you just said you forgot Westbrook. He was like, oh, you're right. Yeah, Westbrook. Like, come on, man. You played with this guy for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? He's the longest person. I think the next person you play with Klay and Steph for 3 years. James Harden, it makes 4 years now, and then Kyrie, it's your first year playing with him. So come on, it tells you who kind of person KD is. He's a great ball player, but after basketball, I don't think I can even talk to this guy because he's very petty. He does stuff for attention. He calls a lot,
burner accounts.
I don't take him serious anymore. Like I said, basketball cool, yeah, he's cool, but after that, some people are normally cool, but some people are not. Some people a good basketball player, but out the court, you want to talk to him, so he probably won't be one of those guys. So it was just kind of weird. And then he said he's gonna put he'll put Westbrook in front of Klay, so Klay will be 5 and Westbrook will be 4. So to me, I still put Westbrook a little higher, but I can see what he's doing. He's the only one besides Steph has an MVP. So James Harden has one too, but so I don't know.
I agree with you, man.
Hater-ish.
I agree with you too. Like, yes, you can't take away KD's basketball ability. One of the greatest scorers of all time already. You know what I mean? He'll definitely go down as one of the best. But like you said, dude, just like personality-wise, like, dude's a clown, man. Like, and I don't mean that as like a goofball way. Like, he's legit a clown. Like, he played with Russell longer than any of these guys, and I get it. You won a championship, like Marcus was saying with Steph and Clay. But at the same time, like you kind of took the punk way out and walked to one, or you know what I mean? Like it's not like you really had to work that hard to win those two championships, and would have been 3 had the team not gotten injured like that. So you can't tell me that all the time you spent with Russ, way more ups than downs. You know what I'm saying? Way more ups than downs. And Serge Ibaka was the first person that came to mind. Come on, man. Like,
yeah,
like give Russ give him his due. Like, you guys have already talked about you squashed it, or like there was never any real beef. You know what I mean? Like you guys said that. So stop doing these things for like petty attention. You know
it works though.
With his team. Yeah.
It works though. So it's like
does.
Even the stuff with Michael Rappaport last week, right? The last couple of weeks,
and then Shannon Sharp too. He got into it with him too over stuff.
Yeah. Right. But like it works. But do you need it? Like you're KD.
Yeah,
like, you really need that type of attention. Like where people are constantly still like. I feel like when he left to the Nets, I feel like people were trying to like KD again. Right? It was like, okay, cool. He's going to the Nets. He's trying to prove fresh start. He's trying to prove that he can do it without the super team. You know what I mean? And granted, he doesn't have too much to do with Harden getting traded there, but he's trying to prove. Right, but he's still up to his same antics. So people are just like, "Dog, we're trying to like you again, but you are making it so hard for us to do that." Like, so I don't know. Like maybe this is the role he's trying to take on. He's just living with it, having fun with it, but.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, but for him to keep doing stuff like this, so it tells you about his crew, his people who's with him. So it tells you about it tells about though, because somebody should have been like, "Hey man, what you're doing is kind of like it's not immature. It ain't a good look for you, But you keep doing this stuff, so somebody's cool what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. He got an older brother. He ain't correcting him. So I say maybe, and I could be wrong. Maybe they are saying something. He's still doing his thing, but. Some people like that when you that high on a level and you that good, you just gotta have a weakness somewhere. So I guess that's one of his weakness. But it just sometimes if it was anybody else, but oh man. So, but the thing is, it's Westbrook though. Of all people, why are you doing it with Westbrook? You know what I'm saying? Like he's a dude that I'm saying he fights. He goes hard every time. He's a good dude off the court. He's not. If he was like KD, real petty, and I can see them going back and forth. But Westbrook don't even say anything about you, dude. So it's like crazy. Right. And I know if you ask Westbrook right now who's his top 5 teammates, KD gonna be probably the first one out of his mouth. He gonna say him first. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the type of person he is. But I don't know, man. Sometimes KD do stuff like that. I want to respond to it no more. I know it's like whatever. And once we start responding to it and talking about it, he might stop doing that kind of stuff. But right now, everybody keep on get on him when he do stuff like that, and then he just talks about it. But we gotta quit talking about that guy.
And you're talking about people, and you talk about people like in his corner too. Like his mom's his number one. You know what I mean? Like she goes to all his games. Like she's always there. And you remember when they were both back at OKC. Like Russ always shows love to his mom. Comes over, hugs her, gives her a kiss, and then heads to the locker room like every single game. So it's like, come on, man. Like another outside of basketball, like this dude is probably like another son to your mother. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? But
I'm seeing her again on the court. Was she like that in Golden State? I don't remember her being on the sideline like that in Golden State. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know.
I'm saying I haven't seen her. I know OKC. She was every game. Yeah, now he's playing with the Nets. She's on the sideline again. But I don't remember
during the playoffs. She was always there. I feel like she was mostly always there.
Okay. I just don't remember
for the big games in the playoffs and stuff.
Okay.
For sure. But you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like she might have had her home in OKC, and then
I'm just trying to figure out what it's something about that.
No, she wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. I just not start seeing her again because you think about it, 3 years, I didn't see his mom. I didn't know something was wrong with her. If she was sick or something. I've never seen her at the games. You seen in the finals when she came and hugged him when he won his finals and everything. But I'm saying like the regular season, I don't remember seeing her.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I don't know.
That's enough about that. Like Uncle said, the heartless punk. That's enough about him. He's a cupcake to me. So
let's talk about Russ though, real quick. One interesting stat from for Russell Westbrook, he now has at least 2 triple doubles against every team in the NBA. That's pretty crazy. Most people are lucky to get 30 in their whole career, let alone as many as he has. So that's what's up. Pop says one last thing about him. Overbearing and dominates him. Hey, she's the real MVP. You heard the speech. She's the real MVP. But another interesting stat too. Steph Curry, he had the streak of the first 33 or older to score 30 in 11 straight games. Kobe was the last person to do that, but he broke Kobe's record. So another interesting stat. Also, we do have to talk about Kobe. We do have to talk about the shoes. So Kobe Bryant's, we talked about last week. It was Mamba Day, and it was the 5-year anniversary of his last game. But one thing I didn't know at the time, what we didn't know, is it was actually the last day of his Nike contract. So his Nike contract expired. Vanessa and the Mamba estate chose not to renew it. So basically, it looks like this is the end of the partnership between Kobe and Nike. And Nike kind of made a statement saying, he's always going to be family. We appreciate everything he did. But their statement was kind of dismissive as well, as like, that's kind of it. So it's kind of sad for me. Go ahead, Marcus.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, for me personally, I collect Kobe's. Like, I've been collecting Kobe's for a long time. And one thing Vanessa did say, like, around Christmas time is, that she was disappointed with how Nike did the releases, and that she was working on something to make it more accessible to people, that really wanted the shoes. But at this point, like, I just don't see how that's going to happen at all now if you're not going to be working with Nike. So, like, we'll see what happens. I do agree that it's been harder since his passing to, like, buy Nikes, like, buy Kobe's. Like, it's been basically impossible. But now, like, if she just kind of doesn't make his shoes anymore, or if she tries to make a new shoe with a new company, like, it's not the same. Like, it can't be the same.
But I did. I also heard today too. They still kind of talking in the background a little bit. Like, it's not for sure over with. So it says somebody was saying they still talking a little bit. But like you said, if he go to anybody like Adidas, it's not gonna be the same. He Adidas. His shoe wasn't a good shoe to me.
Right.
But, so.
But even if you go to a new shoe company or starts making their own Kobe's, it's like if he never even heard of this shoe, he doesn't have anything to do with this shoe. So he never wore it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you? I don't know. You seen it? I just seen it. I went on the sneaker app. Did you know they bring the Grinch out again on April 5th? They did a new release.
Yeah, they did it last week. Yeah.
Did you get?
They did a draw. I went in the drawing. I was not selected. Dang. But actually, I have to shout out to to one of my friends that, like, she just texted me and was like, "Hey," she was like, "This is open," and I was like, "I had no idea."
When I said, I'm like, when did they do this? I'm like, it's just crazy, man. Like you said, man. Like, so I don't know, man. Maybe time will make it where they kind of come back together, but I hope they don't try to go nowhere else. Like I said, Kobe didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? He knew Nike, so just kind of stay with them and try to go. Like, but
there were reports.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there were reports that he was kind of like disappointed, like towards the end of like how things were going out and stuff, and like, but he always was very specific about having like design input and things like that, and like he was like the one that switched to the low tops and everything like that. So he made a lot of history with Nike and being involved in that process, and that's why to me it would ring false if you just make a Kobe shoe and say these are the Kobe's now. Like, can't really do that. So I don't know.
When I first seen it, man, I was like, I thought about you right away. I was like, man, this is. So I want to see your feelings about it. I don't care anybody else. I really don't really care anybody else. But I know you for sure love Kobe before all this happened and after. So I just think Nike should have, even though the tragedy, they should have been more like
work it out somehow or what?
Yeah, kind of work with her. Whatever she was kind of saying.
But that's the thing. They chose not to renew. Like, I feel like that Nike was probably there with an offer, but maybe it just wasn't the right thing, or they just weren't. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's something behind the scenes we probably won't know about. So maybe it'll come out later. But it's just like, man, hopefully, like I said, maybe time will tell. It'll come back and change over. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Unc wrote something about Kobe inducted by MJ. I didn't know that, but that's dope.
Yeah,
that's true too.
MJ's gonna do the speech for Kobe at the Hall of Fame, which is now this year. It was supposed to be last summer, but got postponed. And it's him, Tim Duncan, and KD, or not KG, right? Yeah. So
I think Grant Hill is in there too.
Oh, is he?
Right? I think. Let's see.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's for this year. Maybe it's for this year.
Okay, for this year. Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
And back to Russell real quick too. They said I know you can tell already, but they said he's gonna finish again this fourth season, averaging a triple double for the whole season. I was
That's
like,
incredible.
that's crazy, dog. Crazy.
I know. I remember we were like, we can't see that. We won't see that. Like and
Oscar,
now
I was
it's
like,
just
we'll never
normal.
see it again. And this dude about to do it for the fourth time with the Washington Wizards.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
That's the craziest part about like everyone always getting on him about padding stats stuff. I was like, nah. He's done this now with 3 different teams. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if he's padding stats, it's still hard to do that for a full season. Like, it's 72. Sure. It's 72 games now. It's not even 82 games again.
You still have to be running around grabbing the rebounds. Like, you have to
be. He's a point guard. Like, come on, man.
And even for the assists, like your other players have to make the basket in order for you to get an assist too. So it's not even like he just passing it to people and they just automatically get the assist. Like, no, they got to make the bucket. So it's like
he's putting in the work. Yeah, but he's the last of Mohican, like we've always talked about too. You know what I'm saying? Like
that Mama Bree. Yeah, like he's the last. Yeah.
But one other thing in shoes I wanted to talk about the Zion ones. Zion's wearing them tonight for the first time. They look pretty cool. They got a Z on them. They're Jordan brand though. He's one of only 3 players that have his own Jordan brand shoe. So big ups for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only really Carmelo, CP3, and him and Jordan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So not a lot of Jordan team brand guys get their own shoe. They just wear whatever.
Oh, okay.
There's also a reason why a lot of players start off in Jordan brand, but then end up leaving pretty quick because
Dwayne Wade.
They want their own shoe.
Yep.
Jimmy
Buckets. Yeah, no, he's still Team Jordan.
Who?
But yeah, I thought Jimmy Buckets is still Team Jordan.
I thought he left.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to double check on our sneaker show. But yeah, they look pretty cool. They kind of got a Z in them. He's wearing them tonight. They come out Friday. So that's what's up. The Zion one. Luka's also Team Jordan. We'll see if he gets his own shoe.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, WNBA season is starting May 15th. Mm-hmm. And one kind of interesting thing is they are getting some different types of jerseys from Nike. They kind of got some city type, fancy type jerseys. They look pretty dope. So
they are dope. Yeah. They look. Some of them are actually really, really dope. The Indiana Fever one is really cool if you're into the that show on Netflix. I'm drawing a blank, but it looked really, really sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Indiana Fever one looks really, really cool.
We'll have to see about that. I definitely want to get out to a game. Those are always really fun, and we'll see. Maybe it'll be more affordable than the NBA game, like the Lakers game the last week, the last month. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, last thing, CP3, he passed Magic for 5th in assists all-time NBA last night.
Yep.
Shout out to CP3, put in a big career.
Could I ask you guys a question too? They did it on First Take today. Is CP in your top 5 point guards of all time?
I'm gonna say right now, I'd have to really sit down and look at it, but his attitude slides him down for me because I just don't kind of like him.
So I'm gonna tell you, they had 6, including him. So they had Magic, Stockton, Zeke, that's Isaiah Thomas. They had Jason Kidd, Steph Curry, and Steve Nash. I think it was one of them. So all of those. No, not Steve Nash. It wasn't Steve Nash. It was Chris Paul was the 6th one.
Oh, okay.
So they were trying to say, would you put him in front of any of those?
Probably not. No, I personally love Jason Kidd too. But isn't Pistol Pete or anybody else? Aren't there other point guards through history or no?
But I'm saying with those numbers though, they got great numbers. Jason Kidd, he's number 2 in assists, which it's gonna be hard to catch him. He's at 12,000, and then Stockton, I think it's 16 or something like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's kind of tough though because Chris Paul is that undeniable leader too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but
every team he touches gets better. So that's one thing that I gotta get.
But yeah,
Pop says left out Mark Price.
No, Mark Price. I'll put Paul over Mark Price though. Mark Price was cool, but would you what I was about to say? I'm sorry. I said something about Chris Paul, but I don't know what I was about to say, but I wouldn't pick Chris Paul. I think I would put those guys in front of him, so I don't know. Isaiah Thomas, Magic, Steph Curry, to me, Steph Curry, I put him at number 2 right now. So
one thing he has on his side is he's not done.
Right.
So we'll see.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say about Chris Paul. We say he make his team better, but right now he got a win though. Like we can say
he's on the second round. He's never got past the second round.
For sure. No, most definitely.
But if he were to take the Suns, I don't think this would happen in the leagues. But if he were to take the Suns this year and win a title, then
that's different. It's different.
Yeah,
you're going to pass some people up, which it's a fantasy like that never happened. But
exactly. But you know what I'm saying. So he's still got time on his side. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think it's time to keep it moving. Let's get it popping with this next one.
Yep. So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. Lots of interesting things happening for other sports. Definitely got to do our MLB quick segment. Really, it's still very early in the season, but exciting stuff so far. Royals are doing better than expected, even though they're kind of getting touched up today. This weekend, Dodgers Padres had their series. The Dodgers won two out of 3, but it was a really good series. So shout out to Trevor. I know he was watching that very closely. He's a big Padres fan, OG Slacker. So shout out to him on that one. But it's looking like that might be a clash we'll see more of. Probably the top 2 teams in the West. So that's pretty cool for MLB, but nothing crazy going on there. NHL playoffs start May 11th, so kind of on the horizon. We'll see what happens with that. I'm really excited for the Avalanche. Unk says Yankees in the basement. Yeah, the Yankees are struggling. It might get worse before it gets better, honestly, but they're struggling so far. They need to get it together.
Definitely. Same way, Mike.
Somebody too. Is somebody hurt? Is they playing bad or just playing bad?
Just no pitching, and offense can only do so much for you on there so far. So they got to get it worked out. But yeah, baseball, it's still kind of, it's a long haul.
Yeah.
So they're only like 20 games in or 18 games in. So
nobody coming into the showroom. So we started doing.
Oh, what's that?
Via Microsoft Teams.
Oh, my fault.
See, Strizzy's an ultimate multitasker, though.
Special guest.
You ain't never lied. That's my fault.
No worries. One thing I did want to get your take on, though, specifically you, Strizzy, because I know you're the MMA guy too. Usman versus Masvidal 2 on Saturday.
Yes.
Does Usman get it back or what? What do you think?
Yeah, I think Usman wins again. Unfortunately, he's a beast, man, and he is honestly one of the more boring fighters, honestly. And I love watching Masvidal fight, and he does have a lot more time to prepare for this fight than like 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not really 24 hours, but that's essentially what it's like in fight time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping for a way better fight this time around, and it would be dope to see Masvidal come back and get this victory. I've been waiting for somebody to kind of put Usman in his place a little bit. He's one of them dudes. It's like he's
only lost one fight, right?
No, he's undefeated. I think he's undefeated.
Or he's undefeated?
Yeah, I think he's undefeated. But yeah, man, he's a beast. I get it, but like he's just one of those dudes. It's like not a lot of people really like him, but they respect his fighter style because he is a monster inside that octagon. So it should be a good one, hopefully.
Yeah. Speaking of that fight, that was my first ever UFC fight I ever watched. I didn't watch it legally, but when I watched it, the thing I got out of it was the foot stomping. I just couldn't see a grown man just kept stomping on that man's foot like that. I just didn't come on, man. Like, can you take that? Just I know it's legal, but take that away because he ain't have no time to fight, and you just gonna really stomp this man's feet like that. Yeah. I just couldn't see myself just stomping some other guy's foot like that. Just do something else. It really bothered me a little bit.
And it's one of his moves, man. He uses it against everybody, and the same thing.
Oh, so he always does that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought he would just.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just thought he was just doing that to him or something. I just
it should be like some sort of like unspoken rule among like fighters that like we don't do that here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Oh no, it's really annoying to watch. It's well within the rules, and I'm saying I get it, but still, like Marcus said, like I just can't imagine no grown man stomping on another grown man's feet.
Like I'm like some rules is a man rule. Like I know you ain't have enough time in this fight, so I'm gonna take that away out of my thing. So I'm gonna try to do kind of make it a little fair. But man, like the way he was stomping it, and he was like oh, like it was hurting, man. Like it was bothering, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And every time he think about that, he get hit with something else. I was like, come on, man. Like it should be like at least three stumps around or something. That's it. After 3 of them, you quit doing it. But he stumped his. Like he stumped them like roaches. I was like, that's
it's either no stomps or infinity stomps.
Yeah, I felt this. I was like, I don't want to watch this no more. Man. It just wasn't fair, man. But so, like you said, he does it all the time. So okay, it's cool. I just didn't like that, man. I don't know.
Yeah. But the other thing too on Saturday, Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, he knocked him out. And again, like I don't know, it was just very interesting. But Ben Askren, he made $500,000. He made more off that fight than all 9 of his Bellator fights combined, or whatever. Yeah, his UFC fights, or whatever.
That was what 45 seconds. It was the first round, right?
It was first round, yeah, something like that.
I just can't take it.
But this dude's not a boxer, like at all. But
I just can't take it serious, yeah. And the way Jake, to me, if Jake Paul did that and like, oh yeah, I'm saying I got him cool, like happy, but the way he celebrated and was crying, I'm like, I just can't wait till he fights somebody for real. I'm waiting for it. Like somebody out there, come on, man, make it happen. Don't quit finding these people don't box or somebody retire. Box somebody for real.
Like, really box.
It don't have to be a person. You don't have to be a person with a belt like this. I know he's still learning too, but somebody who that does this, you know what I'm saying, that can match up with him. Let's make it happen, man. Like I don't like this stuff, man. Come on.
Put him in the ring with Ryan Garcia.
But the thing is,
right? That's perfect.
They're both
that's perfect.
He a little Instagram dude.
Let's
too.
Go. Because you need to catch him too. If you catch him, you might win it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like you said, that'll be a good fair. Huh?
Ryan Garcia, no way.
But I'm saying Ryan got caught by old boy last fight. He got knocked. He got back up. But I'm just saying, we'll see how tough his chin is this time.
But that's a real boxer. That's the thing. So he'll know.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get touched like that because, like, I don't know. It's just interesting to me but I think that the fact is people are watching, people are making money. So you know what I'm saying.
What's going on, Pride Mama?
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I think because they're still making a lot of money, so we'll see.
Hey, what it do? What's going on? I'm not necessarily sure who that is. So drop your name. There's a name. Drop yourself. Telling yourself. Let us know who.
You drop her name. It says Pride Mama. That's her name.
She's proud.
I know that, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. He's going for TikTok, but I gotta know who it is now since I know who we're shouting out.
We both know she's not on here for a meal A-dub. So.
That's one thing for certain. That's what's up, though. But as we figure out that, as we do some more detective work on that, another thing I got to talk about is this European Soccer League.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm going to try to break this down pretty quickly. But basically, this European Soccer League was going to take basically the top teams from the different European soccer clubs leagues. So there's like the English Premier League, there's like Serie A, there's like La Liga, there's all these different leagues, right? And they were going to take basically like the best teams from all these, and they were going to play a midweek tournament that would basically replace what the Champions League is now. And they would basically guarantee that we see the top teams playing against each other, like we see Arsenal playing against Barcelona every year, and like AS Roma playing against Man United, and all these different things. So they announced on Sunday that they're going to do this. They're going to break away, and there's like 12 teams that announced that they were like founding members. Well, over the last 48 hours, there's been nothing but backlash and all kinds of like basically plans to like figure out how that they can either stop this from happening. The other clubs want to stop this from happening, or start to exclude these breakaway teams like from their regular leagues and what they're doing now, which is like their home thing, like the NBA, for instance. So since then, like earlier today, 2 of the English Premier League teams, I think it was Chelsea and Liverpool, they announced that they were backing out. Oh, no, sorry, Chelsea and Man City. They announced that they were going to back out. They were like, all right, we're no longer going to join this new Super League. And now, as of like just late this afternoon, apparently all 6 of the the English Premier League teams, including my favorite club, Arsenal, that were going to break away are now saying that they're no longer going to break away for the Super League.
Wow.
So craziness. They came out Sunday strong. Like they have this plan and they had secured $6 billion in funding to like start this new league. And they were like, we're about it. We're the top clubs. We can kind of do this and make our own thing. And now, it's starting to kind of crumble apart. People are backing out quick.
You think they didn't talk to like the heads first when they did this, or?
Well, so it's like almost the opposite. So it's like the heads and like the finance guys and like the top club owners were kind of down with it because they were like looking at the money and looking at the financial backing and the implications. Because one difference would be like the Super League, those founding members would be guaranteed to be a part of the Super League every year, no matter what. So even if they were like last place or they were not very good. But like right now, the midweek tournament that they do, the Champions League, you have to qualify for that every year. And you have to be like on the top of your leagues to get in, because that's how they guarantee it's like good competition.
Okay.
So that was part of it. Like the fans and other teams are like, you can't just like silo yourselves and just say we're only going to play each other. And like then there's no kind of like, no punishment, because one thing right now is like you can always get relegated from your league. Like if you're not like the bottom two teams in every league, they go down to the league below them. So if it'd be like MLB team, like the worst team has to go to the AAA and the best AAA team comes up. And that's how they keep the competition good. But this new league, they were going to kind of guarantee themselves spots. And that's one thing that people didn't like. But the heads were down with it and they were like ready for the money. But the fans and some of the actual players and things like that all came out once the news came out and were like super against it. In fact, like I guess at Chelsea's grounds today, they were on their way there and like fans were like blocking them, not wanting them to let them go in because they don't want this like breakaway thing to happen. So we'll see what happens.
We have to show this last comment. She took a sacrifice, so we got to acknowledge her for that.
shout out Brad Bobby.
Absolutely.
So don't get in trouble, Mom. But we really that's commitment right there, man. That's love. So hopefully you get to hear this.
Yeah, we're not realizing who it is. So we talk sports all the time. I'm always trying to get her on the show every Tuesday. And I think last time I messaged her, I think she had missed it. She had missed it, so she missed the show. So I'm glad she finally got to get in here. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But super shout out. We appreciate you coming through, messing with us for a little bit. But yeah, man, don't get fired over us. You know what I'm saying? I feel guilty on that.
Well, if you do, Strizzy, you'll have to make up the payment with that.
I said.
Oh man.
So A-Dub, so is that league? So when they said today it's over with, they won't try to do that again?
Yeah, I think now that these English Premier League teams have backed out, I feel like the rest of the league won't be able to hold itself up. So I think that it'll end up crumbling. But the thing is, they made all these plans behind the scenes, secured $6 billion, all that stuff.
$6 billion, that's a lot of money.
And like they let this backlash kind of back them down like that quick. Like to me, if you were going to be a founding member and on Sunday they came out with this statement saying we're the founding members, and they should have known, hey, we're going to face this. We got to stand in solidarity no matter what. And we have to be like straightforward that this is our plan regardless. But within 48 hours, if you got people that were supposed to be standing next to you, all of a sudden just turning sides, and now everybody's going to fall off. So we'll see.
Go ahead. No, there was Chase that funded this, right? The bank.
Yeah,
Chase?
I think it was JP Morgan Chase.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just like, there would have been money in it for them, but I guess the soccer world's just not ready for that type of change. You know what I'm saying? Even though it'd be kind of dope, but in the long run, they were like, no, they were not having it. So as long as soccer fans are crazy. But to me, that's one of those things where it's just like, though, you gotta either be ready for that type of turmoil or you can't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be ready to ride. But they were like quickly falling off. So it's like the SEC. It reminds me of the SEC last year, though. Like with the college football, they're like, we're gonna play. Like we don't really care what y'all do. Like we gonna make it happen. We're gonna go forward. Yeah. They're like, you either standing with us or not. Like we don't care if you try to fall off. And then the Big Ten, they tried to fall off. They're like, dang, they're gonna keep on going. And they tried to hitch back on. They weren't gonna leave you left out. So we'll see what happens. But that's all we really have for. NASCAR was pretty dope.
Okay.
NASCAR has been interesting. so there's been 9 races so far, and there's been 8 different winners. Only one racer has won twice. So very interesting. Usually in NASCAR, you know, somebody starts dominating and getting fast, but there's been a lot of variety, which is pretty cool. This weekend it was a pretty like Denny Hamlin. He was winning the whole race until like basically like 6 laps to go. Alex Bowman came out of nowhere, took over the lead, and just put it away. But it's pretty cool because Alex Bowman, he actually drives the 48, which Jimmy Johnson used to drive. The 48 car hasn't won in like 5 years. Jimmy Johnson fell off towards the end of his career. So 48 back in victory lane. That's our little NASCAR update for all of our NASCAR people out there. But I'm trying to watch it. It's been pretty exciting, actually.
I always thought, I know I'm dead wrong when I say this, but I always thought since you just sit in the car pretty much driving, I thought you can go longer because it's kind of crazy like Jeff Gordon and like Jimmy, like they stopped like pretty much retired. You know, I'm like, but you just sit in the car driving and you can't do it.
But some guys keep driving, but at the same time, it is kind of dangerous. And I feel like now, especially, these guys make a lot of money. Like Jeff Gordon, he did very well for himself. So I feel like he's just like, and he's in the booth now, so he's kind of like almost the same.
Okay.
But it's hard. I feel like, especially for him, for Jimmy Johnson, like once they stop being competitive, they're like, well, I'm not just going to ride like just to ride like 20th in the pack. You know?
Wait, is it like your focus? I know like not my grandpa 98 and he still does a little driving. So I'm like, is it like the focus of it or the love of the game that's gone away? Like what's the main thing?
I think it's a little bit of everything because the endurance too. Sometimes they'll lose a lot of weight in the car, like just being out there and stuff.
Okay. You sweat grip. I think it's are crazy.
Yeah. Say it again. I hear you. Would you say, Tris?
Oh yeah, I was saying like how Ada was saying like they lose a lot of weight during the races. The suits that they wear while driving.
Oh, okay.
They sweat like crazy, so they lose a ton of water weight. So they have to stay hydrated a lot of times too. So yeah, man, they lose a lot of weight during these races as well.
Yeah. And I feel like too, it's the relationships. Like you got to have your pit crew, you got to have your car like tuned up right. You got to have your crew chief, like your sponsors. Are they happy with you on the team? Are you like a superstar? Are you like an out front guy? Are you like just another guy that they're not really giving attention to in the photo shoots? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think it's a lot of like mix of stuff where it's like after like 20 years or whatever, like Jeff Gordon's like I did my thing. So but yeah, so we're checking on the NASCAR. It's pretty interesting. Another thing, but Marcus, you got any golf updates for us?
No, I really don't, man.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get better every day, man. You know, I'm trying to get out there and stuff. But the tournament next month is going to, I think it's the Players. I think it's coming up. So that's going to be exciting for that. But other than that, just go if you got a chance. We talked about last week the Tiger documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't got a chance to watch that, please go watch that. So it's a great.
We'll have to do a recap on that one.
Yeah. But other than that, man, I'm just trying to get out there, man. So even anybody out there want to go, let's get it, man.
Has it been harder with this heat now? It's kind of getting started to get hot out here.
I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. Because we went yesterday. Like actually, when you go to golf, man, it's not July yet. So you know when July it's gonna be hot. But when it's hot now on the golf course, it's not hot. For some, I don't know if it's
grass. It's like the ground isn't.
It's amazing how we on the golf course and we get to our cars like it's hot, but on the golf course it's really not hot. You know, so. People think it's just getting beamed on, but it's trees, it's grass, it's nice out there. So
the water too, usually.
The water, yeah. So it's pretty nice. But like I said, I haven't did it yet in the summertime, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna. If it's 120, it's gonna be 120 on that golf course.
Right. 120 is gonna feel like 120.
I'm definitely at the point where I can't wait to get to do it. So it is crazy, man. I really like it, man. I be. You know how you daydream about some stuff? You be thinking about something. I'm thinking of my swing. I'm doing positions. I'm doing this. You know. I really want to be good, man. So, like I said, I don't want to be tour good like that, but I want to be at the point where I can go out there and don't embarrass myself, you know. So,
dude.
Yeah,
it's
not easy though, man. I think that's the thing is I know it's hard. It's not easy, so it makes me want to go out more, you know. So
you're up for the challenge.
Yeah,
no, I like it. We can tell how much you enjoy doing it. So that's what's up, man. We're rooting for you. Keep going.
Yes,
keep going for sure. All right, though. I think that's about it. We'll do a quick one real quick, even though our permanent special guest isn't here. All right. So this one actually was kind of inspired by Pops. So in honor of Alex Smith retiring. Alex Smith retired. He was kind of one of those guys we talked about, solid veteran type dude. But what would you think, like, just in general, if you have to say one versus the other, career-wise, just everything, whatever, Trent Dilfer or Alex Smith?
That's a good one. Super Bowl. He got the Super Bowl. I'm gonna think about it. You go first. I'm thinking about that one. That's like, dang.
That is a really, really tough one, man. If I gotta choose as far as like, and if I just gotta choose as far as like guys, like if I'm going off like personality and stuff like that, just dudes who I could probably see myself hanging out and kicking it with more, I probably see myself kicking it more with Alex Smith. He just seemed like a real down to earth family type dude, which I also consider myself to be something like that. And not to say that Trent Dilfer's not. I don't know. Maybe I just got to see a little bit more Alex Smith personality, a little bit more, especially at the time that he was out. You know what I'm saying? But, obviously Trent Dilfer does have the Super Bowls, but I just feel like, I hate to say this, but I just feel like that defense just has so much more with getting them Super Bowls than he ever did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they had to average 6 points. Like,
yeah, exactly, man. So, like, I don't know. I feel like Alex Smith definitely had his hand in winning a lot of the games that he did win when he was a starter. Like I said, he did have the playoff run to win 11-5 or whatever it was. So like he did play very well with them, and he did some pretty good things too. So I'd probably still stick with Alex Smith, but I feel like you really can't go wrong with Dover. He does have the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was actually a good one, but I'm gonna have to go with Alex Smith too. Because you think about it, that 1 year that Cap got really good, and he kind of took him out. He had a great year, and you think about it, we could say yeah or nay, but if Alex Smith plays that Super Bowl, maybe he win that Super Bowl. Maybe you could always say if I would have played, we would have won a game. So
yeah,
I don't know, but like I said, the numbers, good guy. He had a great number. So even though you didn't win the Super Bowl, you can always say your kids like, look at my numbers though. I did pretty good, for myself. I was good in college. I got drafted before Aaron Rodgers, stuff like that. You can always say things like that and see, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Alex. So because he got a good contract too at the end. So
yeah,
he good.
He got a little bit of everything. Yeah,
so he's good. So
he's straight.
And he did have to go through 18 surgeries though to get back. Marcus is he was frozen. Alex says Alex Smith, tough guy. Never really found a team that loved him. Dude had heart, and that's true. Like the 18 surgery, but also kind of always got replaced. Always was like reliable enough to be valued, but at the end of the day, was expendable too when the other people came along. So
he played for 3 teams or 4 teams.
Well, the 49ers, the Chiefs.
And Washington. Is it? I thought one more team he played.
I think Washington.
I think there was somebody else in between.
I want to say Washington. I could be wrong.
I'm saying he ended with Washington. So 49ers, Chiefs, Washington. I thought it was one more team.
Let me see. Let me just double check real quick so we get it right. Oh, no, that was it. Just the 3.
Oh, it's 3? Okay.
49ers, Chiefs, and then the Washington football team.
But I feel like that was, like you said, like that was the reason too. It was like he was always good enough to be over 500, to get into a wild card, but was never really necessarily good enough to get over that hump. And that's always why he ended up getting replaced and moving on somewhere else. And I mean, I always, like you said, cut him loose, got somebody that they thought was going to be better. But he did, man. His numbers were always solid. Didn't turn the ball over. Had the touchdowns. But I think it was the Chiefs where he had that little run where they just weren't scoring passing touchdowns, but they were still winning games.
Right. But Mahomes was just laying in wait.
As soon as he came in.
So
had that.
We knew what it was going to be after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay. That'll be our little this or that. Final say, too, kind of has to relate to Pops. I did want to say shout out to Pops. Happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh, man. Happy birthday, Pops.
We got to have a nice little weekend together celebrating and enjoying.
The big 5-0? 51? 50? What we got?
We'll have to let him tell it when we see him next time. I don't know. He might have been repeating a number again. I'm not sure. All I know is catching up. Somehow I'm catching up. So
Well, shout out to Pops though, for real. Happy birthday,
absolutely.
man.
Absolutely. Happy birthday for sure.
So I was happy to see we get another year, man, especially one of us, man. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
to be
absolutely.
Here.
Absolutely.
But I I had one thing I was going to ask you guys. Have you guys seen the Inside the NBA documentary?
No, I haven't. You mentioned it.
Huh?
Is that another one we gotta watch?
Yeah, it kind of when you watch it, it kind of inspires you a little bit of what we doing. So it's kind of like I want you guys to know, like just like keep going. Like I know you guys be consistent for. I don't think you guys missed I know it's what 80. This is 80. What
this is 86,
and you guys haven't missed one. So I'm like that's like so dope. You know, I missed at least 10 of them. You know, not on purpose, but. I just encourage you guys, man, just to keep going, keep doing this thing, man. It's about you guys, this you guys thing, and just keep going because I know right now, like, man, we going. And it could be fun, you guys. It's cool, but just to know, like, I say, like 2 or 3 years from now, you guys, you'll never know where you'll be at. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might catch it and go from there because you put your time in. Because some people, when you get big, they don't know where you came from. So this is a good start for you guys, man. So I want to encourage you guys to keep going. But that thing, it just shows where it came from to where they are now. It's like really inspiring for you guys to kind of keep going because they did something. They broke the rules. They did stuff that people didn't do on TV like that. Charlie Barker saying crazy stuff, cursing, and they doing like skits and stuff on there, because ESPN they all about focus doing this. But they did something different. Yeah. That's why people love to watch them. They wait to watch them than watch the basketball. So you guys keep on doing what you're doing because it's not an ordinary show. You got to do different things. Like got little intros. Let's skits. We talk different things. So just keep doing what you guys doing, man. I really believe that you guys gonna go a long way with you guys doing. So like I said, over 80 shows nonstop. That's not easy, man. Sometimes you're like, man, I don't feel like doing it today, but you guys kept going. So just gotta give you guys some encouragement to keep doing this. And I'm always here to help you guys, support you guys. But
thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I won't stop, man. We need stuff like that, man, because I think I speak for both of us when I say things like that, keep us motivated and it keeps us moving, you know what I'm saying? So, we've never, like you said, we've never missed. I think we had like 1 week where we had to like move it up a day or something like that, but we still didn't miss that week, man. And we love doing what we're doing. We love everybody coming through and supporting. All that fun.
And we really appreciate the time, too. We know everybody's time is valuable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we appreciate when our slackers come and spend time with us. It's like family and stuff. I really do look forward to seeing everybody and seeing the comments and things like that. So, but we appreciate that. And the first time was when we showed up at your spot. You know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't have been able to get it cracking without you too. So we definitely appreciate all your support.
But yeah, just enjoy these days, man. I'm telling you, man. When I get up there to a big level, you're gonna look back like, man, we was on that little StreamYard thing, was on the phone like all that. So I just know you guys this consistency is very important. So you guys keep doing being consistent. It's great things gonna happen. So I just can't wait to see. But I remember you guys was doing that, man. I remember that. So the story we're gonna do on the golf course, when we doing
for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And the couch guest is Minnie Mouse today. We needed a little bit of feminine energy since we usually have permanent special guest Myra. So we need a girl on the show, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Minnie Mouse filled that role for us, and I guess that's it though.
Yeah,
lots of stuff going on, but we'll be right back here next Tuesday with whatever else is popping in the world of sports.
Yeah, like Ada mentioned at the beginning of the show, make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to be doing the our GM pre-draft analysis for each team round. So definitely check back. It's going to be fun. Let's see who we choose for your team, man. It's going to be dope.
Yeah, for sure. So I would say like a champ, episode 86. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
George Floyd, baby. Justice.
All right.